Okay, Pisces, Happy New Year. You guys are up first this time. We're going to work backwards through the zodiac. So, this is your general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As always, it's a general reading, so not everything may apply to you, or it may apply in different ways to different people. And you can always check your rising sign video and your moon sign video. And of course, you can always schedule an individual reading with me by clicking the link to my calendar, which will be posted after this video is done. So let's see what is up for Pisces in January. Almost. One more. Nope, a little bit more. So Pisces, let's see, I saw something in here. So Pisces, you guys are a water sign, which can be pretty emotional and very, very sensitive. You guys are by far the most like intuitive, spiritual type sign of all. And there's some really, really, really big astrological stuff going on in January. And so you guys are probably feeling a lot of things without necessarily realizing that you're taking on so much of what's going on in the world. Like, you know it's there or whatever, but you may be experiencing it on a more feeling level than you consciously realize. So that's okay. Like, if you find yourselves getting like frustrated, like irritable, you're probably experiencing you're taking on a lot of energy that's probably not yours. And so allow yourself to sit with your own emotions, and even let these other emotions just flow through you so that you can let them go rather than taking them on and holding them as yours. Again, like when you find yourself getting irritable and frustrated, ask yourself, is this mine? Right? You guys are very, very empathic, and so you tend to take on things. And a lot of people in the world are feeling a lot of things in January. And so be mindful of what's yours and what's not yours. And really just, what you've already started to take on, you can let it flow through you and let it go and release it. And then just be responsible for what's yours emotionally, and lovingly return to sender the rest. Because this is what happens, right? Like, even the cards are showing you this. Like, we're not getting the cards. Like, I'm shuffling. It's not ready. So there could be this feeling of procrastination because you're feeling all of these other things as opposed to what you need to be focusing on in your stuff right here, right now. So it's hard to focus on your own stuff in your present moment. You're here and now when you're taking on the weight of the world. So throughout the month, take some time to check in with yourself and what you're feeling, and what's yours and what's not yours, and get rid of what's not yours so that you can get to your reading, right? So that you can get to your responsibilities, your own things, that you're not so procrastinating so much or avoiding, you know, your things by taking on the weight of the world and other people's emotions. Okay, almost there. There we go. All right. Pisces. Nice. So at the center of whatever you guys have going on for January, Pisces, has to do with moving forward with your emotions. So again, like I was saying, connecting with your emotions and what's yours, and being clear on what's yours and what's not yours, and letting go of what's not yours. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow, this is amazing. Awesome. Okay, so Pisces, yeah, forward motion, forward movement on an emotional level. So moving forward with your emotions, connecting with your emotions and moving forward with your emotions. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, so again, your emotions and what you're moving forward with has to do with the righting of wrongs to some degree in January. So like where you feel emotionally wronged, seeing your part in this and then moving forward, right? Seeing the other person's part and giving it back to them, not taking on their responsibility, only taking responsibility for what's yours emotionally and moving forward in your life with this, right? And this allows for like some loving detachment and for the righting of wrongs. Where you feel wronged, you're kind of reclaiming your power in this area, and that requires you to nurture yourself emotionally. Focus on your emotions. Get clear on what you're feeling, what your emotions are, and then move forward with that. You are ultimately protected in doing this. And it's a little tricky because you kind of got your feelings hurt in some area, right? And you feel like you've been wronged in some way. And so your feelings have been hurt at some point recently, probably. And so there's this tendency to focus on the negative, but this is not what January is about. In fact, you may have been focusing on the negative the past few weeks, the past month, past couple months. And that's what's ending for you in January. You're not just focusing on the negative anymore. Yes, you got your feelings hurt about something, and that sucks. And now you're working on righting that wrong. And by righting that wrong, you're reclaiming your power. You're taking back what you do have control of, and that's your emotions. So connecting with your emotions, feeling your emotions, seeing your part in this, and moving forward, nurturing yourself emotionally, and letting go of what's not yours to be responsible for physically, mentally, and emotionally. This is great moving forward. Yeah, I was seeing this card in my mind as I was saying all of that. So really taking hold of the reins in your life, getting back in the driver's seat of your life. And again, there's something that you're still wanting to hold on to. For each of you, that's going to manifest differently, but it's going to require some letting go, right? If it was something painful, if it was something that hurt your feelings, it's gonna be, you know, there's this need to let go of something in order to move forward emotionally, and you know, that's how you do it, by realizing what's yours emotionally, connecting with your emotions, honoring, accepting, allowing your emotions, not taking on other people's emotions, letting their stuff go. And this is really about regaining control of your life, getting back in the driver's seat of your life. This is a victory for you. This is a huge victory for you on an emotional level, and it's a huge victory for you on a spiritual level, and even maybe in your work or your business as well, because again, you're regaining control of your life. You're getting back in the driver's seat of your life and moving forward. So it's about new beginnings, about letting go of what's not yours to have to try and control, and just this new beginning for you on all of those levels. I love it. Oh wait. Oh yeah, things are definitely coming full circle for you. So letting go of something brings you full circle to what it is that you actually want in your life. Yep, and you're seeing physical messages of this throughout your daily life. Oh my goodness, you guys have like a lot of major arcana. Whew. Okay, so seeing physical messages, right? So you may be driving or out somewhere or even watching TV or whatever, and seeing a physical message that's like literally telling you something. You know, it could be a license plate, could be a billboard, could be a commercial, could be a song, could be whatever, but you're seeing physical messages. You're also having like these recurring thoughts, like whatever recurring thoughts you're having about something is like an intellectual or mental message to you about something that is important to you, about something that you want to start, and about something you need to let go of in order to start the new thing. And it's coming full circle, right? So and letting go and starting something new is coming full circle for you, right? This is about endings and beginnings. Mostly beginnings now, though. The endings have already happened, and there's just a little teeny tiny tinge of still letting go of the hurt feelings of whatever the ending was. And then, moving forward and finding balance with these new beginnings, right? A lot of finding balance with this victory for yourself, with this forward motion on an emotional level. Yep. Okay, and it's just going to require you, like I was saying before, it's just going to require you to go within, connect with yourself. You have so much wisdom and enlightenment within you. Pisces, you guys are like the most spiritual, intuitive sign. And so really tapping into and connecting with yourself, finding balance between what you know to be true and then living that in the world, right? Like those things can be, two separate worlds so often for people, but this is about finding balance, right? And living both at the same time for yourself. So what you're feeling on January is about connecting with your feelings, owning what's yours, letting go of what's not yours, and finding that wisdom within yourself and then living that, right? Like not living this false life that doesn't match up with the inside of you. It's getting your inside and your outside matched up and balanced. And that's going to require setting some boundaries. That's going to require revising some boundaries or some rules, laying down some rules with people. And again, it's going to require you to get honest with yourself in the areas where you think you don't have enough information to make a decision, but you actually do. And by saying, I don't know, you're just keeping yourself stuck because you really do know. And in those moments where you say you think you don't know, it's because you haven't tapped in with yourself. So that's kind of like your loophole, right? So if I don't ask my wisdom, my inner wisdom, if I don't connect with myself, if I don't connect with my feelings, then I can say I don't know. So it's calling yourself out in that area and finding balance between that and connecting with who you are on that level and then physically living that in the world. This is what January is about for you guys. Okay, let's go with your romance card. Whoa. There's two major jumpers. Okay, healing family issues. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So for some Pisces, this card can possibly indicate that it's generally Pisces to take on other people's things anyways, just because you're so empathic and connected without consciously realizing that you're doing it. But for a lot of Pisces, it may have manifested in having to take on parents' issues when you were younger. And so in order to survive, right, in order to have your survival basic needs met. And so there may be some healing that comes with that. Forgiving your parents for anything that, may have come up for you. And this is going to manifest differently for different people, of course, but there's some of that that's going to be coming through too. And again, this goes back to realizing what's yours and what's not yours. Some of you may have taken on some of the emotional wounding or pain of your parents. Or some of you have been the parent to your parents. So, that's a tricky thing. And especially when it's, someone that you love so much. and they may be in pain, and you don't want them to be in pain, and so you try to take that on. But again, like, you can support them and love them and be there for them without taking responsibility for their physical pain or emotional pain or mental pain. You can let them go through whatever difficult thing they need to go through without doing it for them, because that's not really actually healthy for either of you. And then finding some level of forgiveness in that for yourself and for them, for whatever you may have experienced with them. Okay. Then let your friends help you. I love this one. Ask for and accept support from others. So again, getting clear on what it is that's yours and what's not yours, taking responsibility for what's yours. And again, Pisces and Libra has this as well to a large degree too, but Pisces, because you can feel so deeply, you can feel what another person's feeling. So Libra has this on more of a intellectual level, and Pisces has this on more of a feeling level, where you can see all aspects of a situation. Pisces can feel all of the aspects of a situation. You can feel your stuff, you can feel other people's things to a large degree. So asking your friends for help is going to benefit your love life as well in some degree. But again, always, take people's advice with a grain of salt. Feel how it feels to you. If it doesn't feel right, then always, make your own decisions. Go with your gut, your intuition. But there's this idea or this energy of healing some family issues, some forgiveness, and asking for support when you need it. You don't have to take on every single thing, and you can help. Your friends can help you gain a little bit of perspective and clarification. Right, let's go with your 72 Names of God card. Whoa. Okay, we're dropping all the cards today. All right, get 2 of these also. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, so the power of prosperity. I love this card. I acknowledge that the light of the Creator is the ultimate source of all prosperity and well-being. With this name, I summon the forces of prosperity and sustenance and ask for the strength to keep my ego in check when the other checks start rolling in. So not a lot came up like financially wise. This was more of an emotional kind of reading here. But, as you work through your emotions, your prosperity is going to increase as well. So I love this one, right? Help keep my ego in check when the other checks start rolling in. So very, very nice, Pisces. And then the other one, revealing the concealed. This one's exciting and a little bit scary at the same time, which is perfectly okay. So and here's the good part about it. I gather the ability to bring forth the powers of observation to see the truth and the courage to handle it. Again, this comes back to realizing what's yours and what's not yours, and only taking responsibility for what is yours, and lovingly returning to sender anything that belongs to someone else, emotionally, mentally, physically, not taking on other people's responsibilities, but letting them handle their responsibilities, you handle your responsibilities, right? So gaining the ability to see the truth of that kind of a situation and the courage to handle it. All right, and one more. Wayne Dyer inspiration card. See, people kind of can get pissed off when you're carrying their load and then you give it back to them. They might get a little pissed off about that, right? But don't let that stop you from doing it. You can do that with integrity. Afterwards, think thoughts that are in spirit. When you think thoughts that are in spirit, they reflect a vibrational alignment that moves you in the right direction. But if you begin observing your thoughts and realize that you're going in the wrong direction, you can, with conscious effort, make a U-turn with new thoughts. Again, that's totally related to this one. I gather the ability to bring forth the powers of observation, to see the truth and the courage to handle it. So make a U-turn where you need to. Let go of things that you need to. Return to sender the things that you don't have to be responsible for. And move forward emotionally in your life. Oh, my chair's squeaking. That's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so make a U-turn where you need to and move forward emotionally in your life. There you have it, Pisces. Thank you guys for watching. I so appreciate you guys, and I will see you soon.